Greetings. Welcome to Podcastville. The Church of What's Happening Now is brought to you by my favorite, MeUndies. Every year, millions of people receive the least liked gift of all time, underwear, plain white underwear. But we still give it to our family and our loved ones who just don't want it. Forget that. This year, we're going deep. MeUndies made underwear the perfect gift that everyone is going to love you for. It's a goddamn holiday miracle. This year, don't give underwear. Give MeUndies. Listen to what I'm going to do for you. This holiday season, I'm going to get you 20% off the softest underwear and socks you'll ever wear. Free shipping and 100%. Ready? 100%. Ready? 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Go to MeUndies.com/Joey right now. That's MeUndies.com/Joey right now. Supplements, listen. You could go knock yourself out. I'm a fat fuck. I got problems. Want me to tell you what healed me? On it. From the Alpha Brain. You think I smoke all this reefer? You know what balances me out? Acupuncture and on it. The Alpha Brain. Number 2, the protein drink I drink in the morning. I either do the acai vanilla or the cacao hemp force protein with the hemp protein. Tremendous. Or Shroom Tech. Sport and immune. You see these Japanese people walking in the airport with a fucking mask on? Fuck no. Me, I don't need the fucking mask because I take Shroom Tech Immune. I sit there like a doctor. I breathe air. I inhale farts. I fart back. That's because I got Shroom Tech Immune. You want some supplements? Go to honor.com right now and press in
Church
CHURCH and get 10% off your first order delivered to your house. Every week, people bother me, Joey. Where do you get your geese from? They hit me up. Here you have it. Fujisport.com. Fujisport.com. They got an A5 and an A6 for the Buddha types like me. I even went down to an A5 since I joined Jiu-Jitsu. How do I know? Because they just sent me a free Elemental gi. Either go for the Elemental, the Superado, or the Psycho. I like the Superado, whatever the fuck it's called, like a motherfucker. All right. Do me a favor. Go to Fujisports.com right now. Press in Church, CHURCH, and get 10% off your first order. Put on some Willie Cologne for these motherfuckers. Are you fucking nuts or what? That's off the album, I don't even know, 1971.
Crime Pays.
Crime Pays. There you go, motherfuckers. Uncle Joey here with my favorite fucking Puerto Rican Cuban. And my favorite Christ killer. Happy Hanukkah, 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Anyway. So we got to open up the show with a special story for you. Because people always make fun of Owen Benjamin and Sarah Tiana and Paulie Shaw. We're going to tell you an intimate story about what happened last time. My girl Ada visited us over on Lancashire at the death office. We were in between the fucking... the weed store and Jeffrey Dahmer's cousin. He was cutting bodies in there. You could smell the fucking livers.
And a homeless guy.
No way that robbed the lady.
He was playing possum all day anyways.
So just for my defense, I don't really care if guests get high or not. It makes no difference to me what they want to do with their lives. I love them. I got them on the show because I got some type of admiration for them. So last time Ada came on, we offered a bong hit, nah. But me and Lee were eating stars. One thing led to another. Ada sat there for about an hour and a half and kept looking at me and Lee. And in her mind, she's like, what? These guys are having a great time. Fuck it, their eyes are red. And on an impulse, I see her reach, grab a star, and she eats the whole fucking thing. I looked at her weird and, all right, we're cool. And the podcast is, it's starting to an end.
I was hungry.
And I see a change coming over Ada. And she gives me a hug, Lee a hug, and she leaves and take it from there, Ada.
I stopped at the In-N-Out on Lancashire because I couldn't drive anymore. My heart was just like palpitating.
Which is like a block, half a block.
Half a block. I was like, I can't do it. So I called my kids and I said, you guys got to come get me. And my son came and got me. And they said I was walking around in circles. And I was they said I lost my mind. And then I started saying, I'm going to die. I feel like I'm going to die. Take me to the hospital. I'm going to die. So when I got to the hospital, I had 2 panic attacks. So they almost broke my arm. I was telling him, giving me these shots. And they thought I was like a drug addict. My son was like, she never does this. I don't know what's going on. And the doctor was like, yeah, sure she does. Like, poor kid, he's got to lie for his mom. It was hilarious though. It was really funny.
Did they keep you there overnight?
Yeah, they let me go in the morning, but it was 2 days. And you told me, because I talked to you and you said, you're not going to feel better until tomorrow. And I was like, I'll be all right. And then the next day, I was still.
Oh, yeah. The next day, it's like a fucking shock.
Yeah.
There's nights I wake up with, listen, I hate doing Xanax and Valium. Like, my buddy gives me Xanax from time to time. And if I'm on the road, I like them because the time change. I can't tolerate the time change.
Right.
And my body will stick to the fucking time change. So that means I'm not going to bed till 3 when I'm in Ohio, and I got to do radio at 6:15.
Right.
So I'll pop a fucking Xanax or 2, and I'll drink a fucking milk or something, some chocolate milk, and I'll pass out. I don't like the feeling in the morning, though. I wake up, I have to take a longer shower. I got to make coffee in my room, then drink more coffee downstairs. I can't smoke weed till I come back. And when I do smoke weed, I got to take another nap. But with the edibles, I get up in the morning, and once I shower, I'm good. Lee has a secret. He says the secret is to take a shit. And once the rubber, little gooey star shit comes out of the ass, está completico.
It's not really a secret. They just, my body stopped processing. Like, my shit smells like stars in the morning.
I want to know statistics of... Today we got a weird article here.
Oh, yeah.
Lee contacted me right away. Did you read the article?
Because I'm worried I'm going to have to start eating
I thought somebody else
400
molested
stars.
somebody. And that's it. Starting January 1st, which is 6 weeks away, all edibles in California will be 10 milligrams. That means, we got to set up a revolt. We got to set this into appeals. Or we got to create our own fucking black market. La mano negra.
You going to start protesting?
Well, we got no choice. We got to get an attorney to fucking revolt this till January. We got people who are addicted.
Can march on
the 400
downtown
milligrams.
LA with a sign.
10 milligrams.
The face of this revolution, I'm looking at him. It's not.
Why am I the face of the
I'm an
revolution?
ex-felon. You're a nice, sweet Jewish boy.
Yeah, you're the only one that can do it.
Yeah, from a board. Then I got to believe me. I didn't think I wanted. So, starting tomorrow.
I think they might have done this ban because of this podcast.
Starting tomorrow, we're gonna start fucking buying the goods and stocking them, stockpiling.
How much? What's the most you guys done? Because I remember the last time I was here.
2,400, probably
3,000.
3,000.
I did 3,000.
I did about 4,000.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You always do more than
Dog,
me.
I was doing 500 when I met you for breakfast.
Yeah, that's right.
I was eating 2
But
pieces of banana bread when you were still fucking.
I'm not saying you don't have a better resume than I do, but I'm saying I've done more stars than you've done.
No, you have not.
Yes, I have.
No, because I eat 5 before you even look at them. I eat 4 hands at a time. Sometimes I get embarrassed to tell you how many stars I really eat because I don't want you to think I'm crazy.
Well, that chip sailed, so I think we're okay.
At least we're honest about it, right or wrong. But I'm happy you went through that. I was very worried about you.
So 4,000 milligrams, and they're trying to minimize it to 10.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
No one needs 4,000.
We worked. It took us 5 years of hard work.
Dedication.
This has not been some fucking walk in the park. This is testing on. When I go to acupuncture, I used to go every other week, so she'd tune me up. Mm-hmm. Like smoke would come out of me. You could smell the reefer in the room. She'd go, how much pot have you been smoking? Is there an alternative to this? Can you start eating more? And then I would eat it more. And then she'd say, well, something's going on with your adrenals. And your gallbladder is heavy today. Because when they stick the needle, if that hurts that
organ,
that chakra, that means there's something going on there. So this last Tuesday I went, guys, she tuned me up. I tell you how hard she tuned me up. All right? That I had to go home. Usually acupuncture day, I don't do dick. I hate planning spots on acupuncture day. Because I know at night, if she did a good job, I'm not going to want to do dick.
Yeah, you want to.
She tells you to drink water, eat a light dinner, and let the fucking acupuncture sink in. And this time, I was so tired when I got home, I slept 3 hours that afternoon. I usually go down for an hour and a half. I went down for 3. Not 1.5, but 3. And I went to bed last night. It had to be at 11 o'clock, and I woke up at 6. Straight. Usually I get up 3 times to pee, because I'm over 50. Not last night, bitch. I slept right to 6 like a soldier. I had to pee like a fuck. It was coming out of my ears when I woke up.
Felicia told me she was here recently.
She came on about 2 weeks ago to promote her movie, which won #1.
Yeah.
At the
It won?
Yeah, it won the film festival.
Congrats.
Short film, perverted fucking section. You know what I'm saying? The name of the movie is Pervert.
Yeah.
So somebody called her the other day about distribution or something like that.
Oh,
so
good.
she's pretty happy. Yeah.
She told me, did she do the edible? I forgot what she told me. I
Yeah.
talked to her the day
She
before.
does her thing. You
Yeah,
know?
no. She said she was talking about the show. She said,
I fucking call. Listen to what I do. I call Felicia about 11 and I plant the seed in her head. She'll bullshit me with some story. Well, I have to plant flowers and I have to get recipes ready and and I'm doing a piece for some magazine. Did you bathe yet? And you go, yeah, why are you asking me that? Because about 2 o'clock, come over. Take a breather. Come over, hang out. See the cats. And I'll see you for 20 minutes. And that's exactly what she does. Mm-hmm. So when she comes over, we go in the backyard. We do a couple pipe hits. We bullshit about comedy for 8 minutes. She tells me that there's no women on the Comedy Store lineup.
yeah.
And then my wife comes back there, bails me out, and then all three of us talk for 15 minutes, then Felicia leaves. So we get, you know what I'm saying? Like, the glue's still there. I love her to death.
Yeah, me too.
I love that woman to death. I got to torture her. I got to be straight with her all the time, you know. She comes to me and says shit to me that's outrageous. I don't choke her because I love her, and it's against the law. But then I'll think about it, and I'll think about who it's coming from, and I love her even more. God bless her, because her heart is straight up gold.
Absolutely, 100%.
Her heart
Love
is
her
straight
too.
up gold, and she's a real comic.
Yeah.
When I look at her, I don't look at her as a man or a woman. She's ambiguous to me. She's a real comic.
Yeah.
I've already set the marker where, you know, I went to her and said, Felicia, I need a big favor. Now, you know how sweet this girl is. If you think these people are sinking Kevin Spacey and Louis C.K., Felicia Michaels could put me into fucking jail. I went to Felicia Michaels because I went to Felicia Michaels the first time I was shooting the CD cover. I go, Felicia, I need for you to take a picture of me. There's a confessional in this church. Let's go into the church and take a few pictures. Joey, it's against nothing. It's against nothing. What is it? You're a photographer. People go to Cambodia, they get shot at. I'm asking you to fucking go into a church with me. Okay, so I took her to the church. Sure enough, it says confessional. I stood next to the door. She took a picture. It was the cover of my CD. I love Felicia. She photographs me perfect. The next time I had an idea for something where I got my balls from, you know, I couldn't ask her on the phone. That's the type of thing you got to ask her to her face. Because you got to watch the cracking, you know what I'm saying? So I went to her house like nothing ever happened. And I said, Felicia, can I talk to you for a second? You got your camera? And Joey, you know me, I always have my camera. And let's go in the back. I'll ask you for a favor. I went in the back of the list. I got this documentary I'm doing where I got my balls from. Do you mind taking a picture of my balls? It was 9:30 in the morning. You have to see her beautiful face. Well, I'll do it. But, you know. So I had to hold my dick up in my hand. And she photographed me. And then she got into it. Like, at first she was like 8 feet away. Then she got close and close. And then I was posing and shit. So we picked the picture. That was it. I never mentioned it to nobody. That's the cover. Is her taking those pictures. She's a photographer. She's a good photographer. About a year ago, she calls and she goes, you don't gonna believe what happened. You know those pictures of your balls? Well, I put them in my yearbook and my kids found them.
Oh, that's a great picture for your kids to find.
She's a fucking great lady. But
Yeah,
I gotta torture her from time to time. I gotta like give her a little zing. Then she gets mad at me for 2 days.
I like when she gets feisty, though.
Oh, please. She's always fucking feisty.
It's my girl.
There's always some mentioned Germans or something. She goes fucking crazy.
Yeah. You know, I did my fundraiser when I was raised.
Congratulations. I'm sorry. It was Ralph.
No, I know you were. But she went on stage and did her set. And then she cut her set short. She took a hat with her. And she passed the hat around. And told the people she was going to match the money. And she collected like $250. And she made the charity $750. Which I thought was awesome. It was great because she was so selfless in that moment. And she killed. She went.
She's a fucking, she's a vocal fucking specialist, man.
Yeah.
So what's going on in Puerto Rico? Give me the report of you last heard from cousins, relatives, aunts, uncles.
It's bad. It's bad. And when people say it's getting better, or when they say, Puerto Rico we got this and we got that, it's bad. The electricity is off now.
February.
Yeah.
The grid's not going to be up till February.
Well, no, but
that means April.
They had a power surge where the little bit of electricity that was there out again. So like the majority of the island doesn't have any electricity, and it's going to take years to rebuild. It's like cases of water and food, all of that is great. It's going to take years people lost their house. All my aunts, all my family, my family's family, they're all in one house because everybody lost their house. So they all live in one house now.
And half of them had to go to Miami to get jobs.
Yeah, a lot of people are in Orlando.
A lot of people in Orlando. That's a big port. There's a little city outside of Orlando, like a suburb.
Kissimmee. Where a lot of Puerto Rico. I have family there too.
It's crazy. I did a show there one time, and I couldn't believe how many Puerto Ricans were at the fucking show. The promoter couldn't believe. The promoter was like, she's Puerto Rican, and she was doing a dance night, and somebody said, do a comedy show, and she did the math, and she hired Angel Salazar, and they were busting through the door. They had to have another show, and it's crazy how, and where's the biggest Puerto Rican community? Check it out, Lee. Biggest Puerto Rican community in the United States.
Not New York?
It's Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah, I was in Ohio a few months ago
because of the car business in the 50s.
A lot
of Puerto Ricans moved there.
Yeah.
And they have 8 kids before they die. Those motherfuckers don't stop, Jack.
Yeah, we're everywhere. It's so funny. I was telling, I said in my stand-up, now people know what I am. Cause it only took a Category 5 hurricane for people to know what a Puerto Rican is. Because people always ask me here, you're really tall for a Mexican. What kind of Mexican are you? And, I say the kind with papers. But don't get mad or get mad. I don't care.
You still working a lot?
Yeah, I've been working a lot. You know how when every time we and Felicia talk about this, like I don't have to see you all the time, but when I see you, I get this little injection of energy. And the more I don't give a fuck on stage, the more I work. And I always thought it'd be the other way around, but I just had to come to grips with I'm not one of those silly comedians. I'm not going to dance on stage. I'm not going to rap. I got a story to tell. I'm a storyteller, and that's my stand-up. And it's been the best thing for me it's liberated me is just telling my stories and just being free. I come from dysfunction.
How the fuck do you think I feel?
Oh.
For 15 years, 12 years, I was on stage chucking and jiving and fucking making strides. And then one day you find your voice. You find your true voice by mistake. You do something and you find it by mistake. You don't know what. For me, it was the belly room. I was doing a one-man show in the belly room, and I started telling stories, and the stories aren't like doing stand-up. When you're doing stand-up, you're trying to be a machine gun.
Right.
When you tell a story, it is what it is. So there's lapses in silence.
Yeah.
That you have to learn to deal with. And really, it's a big difference telling a story than telling jokes on stage. And that was the first time that I went into myself and said, oh, shit, I'm never going to do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to show that dude again. That's not bueno. That's not good. But the more I showed that dude, the better it got.
Yep.
And I remember coming to this town and going to my first audition as a limo driver. And I asked somebody that I knew. I called him up. He was a really good actor. He did like 5 movies. Then he moved back to Jersey. But he did a great Van Damme movie. One of Van Damme's best movies. He was in it. He was great in it. And I called him up and I go, what are you doing these auditions? He goes, you're not going to understand this right now. But I'm telling you, this is the simplest way I could explain it to you. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And I might be myself, but wait a second. I'm an actor. How can I be myself and be a fucking actor at the same time? And ever since that night at the Comedy Store Belly Room, my acting auditions changed. I went to 2 auditions the last week that I was in shock I didn't get. because I've been doing this for 20 years now. If you give me 2 days on an audition, see, it's different now. It's a different game because Papa can't see. So Papa got to know the lines.
Yep.
So now that I have to know the lines, that means the audition's going to be that much stronger because I'm much more confident when I go in there. I take the glasses with me, but I hide them. And I take the sides in, and I pray that there's good light. If there's good light and it's big, I can see it and I can get away with it. I always keep the paper out to stay centered. Why fuck around? Why get off and have to go to the couch and get the paperwork or them have to give me the script? I always bring the script in. I don't give a fuck if it's the 4th time. And I know it back to back. I always bring it in to center me, so I have something to work with. I miss, but these 2 auditions, and both of them were for gangsters. I used to get those just walking in the room. I used to get those walking in the room. Guys would look at me and go, fuck. Fucking guy, he's showing up tonight.
It's here.
Nah, dog, it's a different game out there, G.
Has anyone at an audition ever brought up the podcast before? Have they ever been like, oh, because they're putting YouTube kids in movies now, so I figured maybe they'd want someone with a podcast.
For me, it's not the 16 auditions I used to get no more. There used to be it was 2 theatrical auditions that kept you alive. From 2000 to 2004, this is the life I lived. I got jobs working, opening for Rogan, and I acted. And acting means this. Every week you have 2 auditions. Both of them are either going to be on Tuesday, depending on what it is. They're going to have one Tuesday and one Thursday. The Tuesday one's going to be for a TV show. Because you read Tuesday, you go to producers Wednesday. And you either work Thursday, Friday, Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. You follow me? That's how it used to be. And they used to give you 3 days and you really worked 2. One day you went down there and you got something to eat. And you stood there while they shot somebody else. And they sent you home. You didn't make overtime, but they paid you for 8 that you were going to be jerking off at your house anyway.
That's
fucking
right.
Around.
That's right.
It was a different game. Now they'll tell you, Ida, 1 day guest star. And you're like, what are you talking about? There's 8 scenes. We're going to shoot those motherfuckers in 1 day. And you're like, God damn, you people are fucking slave drivers. Damn. It's really weird how it's changed. So you always had something in the pipe.
Yep.
Okay, you always had something in the pipe. So you went on 2 theatrical auditions and 2 commercial auditions. That's 16 a month. If you go on 8 commercial auditions every month for 4 months, you'll book 2 commercials. Because I used to keep records. That's the number, 8. Out of the 8, you're going to go to producers 3 times. You're going to be on hold once and book once. Those are the odds. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the way they were for me. Theatrical was crazy. I would blank for a whole month, but then get 3 callbacks, 2 producer sessions for films, and book 1 thing the following month. So it all, and then that audition you went to in January, they just call you back in May.
Yeah.
Because the money from Spain fell through. And now they got the money from an American company, and they got fucking Val Kilmer to join the cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a bullshit story, but it's a different game now. Now it's...
There are no rules. There's no rhyme or reason. And like he said, the YouTube kids or whatever it is, and whatever it is, it's just a whole different game. And you gotta be, your mind has to be right for this now, because it's a whole bunch of shit going on, and I don't even know anymore. I'm like,
well, you sit here and you bump into different actors at parks and different kids functions. I see guys, hey, how you doing? Remember me? We both read. Oh, man. Shit, yeah. And I'll ask them, what's going on with you? Man, I know 3 guys personally that have already gotten early retirement.
damn.
They hit 55 and they said, we're taking our SAG money. Things are that bad.
Shit.
We'll take the pension, early pension. You lose a couple $1,000. But that's how much their lives have changed.
Can you still work and get pension or no?
Yeah, you can still work, and they just won't take that'll save you money over 1 month.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus add more to your pension fund.
I'm not retiring shit. I'm gonna be great grandma on TV, but I ain't never.
Listen, look at somebody like Julie Soprano.
Yeah.
He was how old when he got the Sopranos? You don't want to know. And he worked for 5 years. They knew he was old. They knew they had to shoot him out quickly. He's gonna fall asleep on you. You gotta shoot those out quick. That means those guys are ready to go at 9. They've been up since 4. Do you know what I'm saying? They've been up since 4. So they're the first shot. They're ready to go.
Yep.
They know their lines, those old guys. But you got them until about 10:30. That's their first nap. So you better get them good before 10:30.
How long's the first nap?
45 minutes. They got to go lay down for a little while. So they'll shoot around them. They'll do shit like this. He'll make a comeback before lunch. They'll give him some soup. They'll put his socks back on, his shoes. And he'll go out there again and do another hour and a half. Then it's lunchtime. He goes back to his trailer, and then they shoot something else. Then they shoot him, and he's done for the day.
At what time? At like 1?
2:30, 3 o'clock. He's back on he'll tell him this, I don't like traffic. Get me on the Van Buren Expressway by 3 o'clock every day. Whatever the fuck he lives. Because he's old. Those people, you want to get them kids. You have kids on the set, or a pet on the set. If you have a kid on the set, they have to take a certain amount of breaks. And they have to go to school while they're shooting. So if there's they can't exceed more than an 8-hour day. So it's 4 hours of class and 4 hours of shooting, or 6 hours of class and 2 hours of shooting. Don't quote me. But there are guys that sit there, teachers with a fucking clock. When you shoot a movie with a dog, oh, Jesus Christ.
The dog has it better than you do?
Yeah, if they only knew. If the dog would only knew, he'd come back to life and go, I want my full fucking check, cocksucker. You got me living in a fucking house next to some other fucking dog shitting next to me with the paper I'm making.
Yeah, they do. They treat the animals really well.
First off, you fucking make a movie with an animal, you got to have a game animal there. Like an animal control.
Yep.
And everything is on the clock, like, you got that dog for 30 minutes. Go. He can't eat this. Can he jump off that cliff? Let's measure it. They have to measure the cliff. Look at the other double.
Yep.
Can you shoot the dog? No, we brought this dummy in, and we'll look at him from this angle, bleeding. Well, we don't want the dog to be scared if he sees the blood. Like, they'll fucking say shit to you that your wig will fall off. But it doesn't matter. That's part of it.
And where is Air Bud now?
Yeah, and where's Air Bud, and where's this, and where's that? It's really fucking amazing to see when you work with an animal. And, listen, the 6 movies I worked on with an animal, it was a low-rent movies. So the dog was half retarded. This guy wasn't no fucking top of his class. You know what I'm saying? The dog who saved all those movies, that dog, he wasn't the sharpest dog in the shed. He had 8 smarter brothers. They gave him away last, and they really worked on him, and they gave him special ed after school and the whole fucking thing. But that dog didn't know dick about dick. Dick about dick. You couldn't fucking believe how bad he was. We used 3 of them in one movie. The one dog in 3 movies and the other dog in 3 other movies. They looked the same. Nice dog. They came up here, they said hello. But they don't know nothing about action. They don't know nothing about cut. They don't know dick about dick. So, time is money. So come on, TikTok. You got to get those dogs like on the black fucking market.
What's the weirdest animal you guys have ever worked with?
A man.
An alligator.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
No, I bailed. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't like alligators?
No,
they offered me. They blacked me out. You got to go in a tub with 3 alligators.
Nah,
with like a little underwear on and shit. Fuck you.
Was this Fear Factor?
No, this had to be 8, 9, 10 years ago I forget what it was. Something with an alligator. Something that was tougher than an alligator. Your underwear or something like that. I don't fucking know.
I read this thing about how alligators, how small their brains are. Like, they have probably the smallest brains of animals.
But they know how to bite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like when people say, "Oh, he's trained," I'm like, he's been trained. You can't untrain an alligator. I believe that at some point they are all gonna kick back into their nature. You know what I mean? Like, I have a friend that used to play for the Minnesota Vikings, and his girlfriend brought home a mountain lion, a baby mountain lion.
What?
She thought it was a regular kitten, and then it grew up. And then she invited me over there, and she was like, "Don't worry, he's been declawed and defanged." And I was like, did that motherfucker get mountain lions? Like, I don't understand why people think that these animals.
Was it a full mountain lion? Like,
yeah, it was she kept it. She kept it.
Did she ride it around her house or something?
No, she just thought that it was an exotic animal. And they were rich, and it was just.
No, does it depend? They have to have licenses to have those.
It's against the law.
Yeah, it's against the law.
Yeah.
You have to have some shit.
They eventually had to get rid of it, but she wanted to keep it though. She wanted to keep it.
I told this guy I copped drugs one time in Boulder. Couple times from a dude who had snakes everywhere.
Yeah.
So when you walked in his house, from time to time, you go, "Listen, be careful." One of my fucking killer panthers got away.
Oh, no.
He'll wrap himself around your leg. Well, I got the venom real close to me to shoot and save your life in 15 minutes. Oh my God.
No thanks.
All that shit. There's a level.
Yeah.
There's a level with Uncle Joey, all right?
Me too.
I like animals from a distance. When they can't get to me and I can't get to them. I don't want to shoot a lion. I don't want to shoot a deer. I just want to look at you for 5 minutes. Piece of beautiful animal. You look at your tail. Fucking amazing. When you see a lion, he's laying there, got flies all over him, and he don't give a fuck.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he's beautiful.
But so when I lived in Miami, I lived in a neighborhood where there was all buildings, and there was one house, and it was the drug dealer's house. They got busted. They had a tiger in the house. They had a monkey. They had all kinds of snakes. The reason they got busted is because the monkey got out.
Yeah, they were about to feed him to the tiger.
They just had all these exotic animals. Era un marimbero. And he had all these animals in the house. The monkey got out, all these cops around our neighborhood. That's how eventually they got busted.
What makes drug dealers lose their mind?
I know.
Lose control.
Is it they just have too much money?
Especially when they're living in a neighborhood full of miserable broke people.
I lost control, but I never lost the outside. Mm-hmm. Like I've always believed in a low profile.
You never wanted to have like a
low
pet?
As you can, huh?
You never wanted to have like an exotic pet?
No. I'm talking about these were drug dealers.
No, but
had animals. Now, first of all, they lived in a neighborhood where it was the hood. If you know anything about this neighborhood, so it's tough enough to have a pit bull.
Yep.
No. They got a lion, a fucking monkey. What else?
They have all kinds of exotic snakes.
Yeah, it's like us moving up here and going knock down that office, this office, and that office, and get some animals in this motherfucker. Let's get a lion in this bitch. So when people come over to do the podcast, they don't feel uncomfortable up with the edibles. Now there's edibles and the lion staring at you.
Have like glass instead of walls so they can see the lion.
It just people go fucking nuts. My point is what? Like I went nuts, but I didn't go
ridiculous. No.
I was pale. You could tell I hadn't slept in a week.
Right.
And but the fanciness, like I never. That's rule number one where I grew up. Like, listen, we don't give a fuck.
Yep.
You take that money, you hide it. And if they come to you and beat you to death and they can't find it and they don't see that you bought nothing, they got nothing on you. If you can justify your existence, they got nothing on you.
Right.
And it always made sense to me. If you fucking, when we robbed the gold chains that time, we became fucking Puerto Ricans on the 5th. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we went to like fancy restaurants. You should have seen this. At 18, getting wine, give us a bottle of wine. You know what I'm saying? The mates of D going like, who the fuck are these guys?
Right.
And us taking out wads of money. That went on for about a month. But I'm talking about after that, I looked at it and said, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm never doing that again.
Nah.
And even in Aspen, 83, I had a little vault. I had my apartment. And I was burglarizing apartments, but I had an apartment I had done construction on. Me and this old guy did a recon for 8 weeks And to get the power, we had the keys to all the apartments. They were ski condos for people. People like you that are millionaires and buy a house in Snowmass and go there once a month, once a year.
Right. I'm not a millionaire.
If you're lucky. They go there once a year, Lee. Once a year. So I would go into their houses and get a closet outside. Everybody has a closet outside their door to hide their skis.
Mm-hmm.
I would get the key to that door and get a double key and start hide my money, whatever coke I stole, and whatever fucking anything else. I had money, I had hash, I had a bunch of cash in that little fucking box in the back of those skis. But dog, I never touched it. I lived on the $10 I was making as an electrician. And people were looking at me, but they couldn't. You wouldn't see me at a bar. You wouldn't see me with a Corvette. You wouldn't see me with a convertible. I wouldn't do that. You stash that money, and when you're ready to split, nobody knows nothing, and you got the rest of your life made. And while everybody else is flashing their shit, justifying their existence,
Yep.
nobody knows nothing. I learned that from the legend, Maya Lansky. Till the end, nobody knew nothing. How do you make a living? Well, I got a pension for $2,000 a month. Really? You're a piece of the action on kosher chickens. How the fuck do you get $2,000? Don't worry about it. Ask my accountant.
Yep.
Nobody knows nothing.
There's a code. And then people always say, well, drug dealers always get busted. They get busted because they lose their minds. Because if they stay...
You can't do the math.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The math is lethal now. The fucking math. That's the first thing that stands out. There's a movie called Empire.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Empire with John Leguizamo and the guy from Naughty by Nature and see if it's on there. Empire. There's a kid on there. He's half Puerto Rican, half Italian. He lives on Hollywood Boulevard next to the juice stand. We used to do the juice stand.
What's the juice stand?
The fucking juice stand that you took Paula
juice.
to. Juice with the fucking chicken salad sandwiches.
He thought it was a juice stand.
I was like, what is the juice
the
stand?
honey wheat bread.
It's a delicious
It's
juice.
the healthy as fuck there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
On Hollywood Boulevard is there. They were around the corner. When I moved here in 97, they were on fucking Vine in a parking lot that was growing grass on it.
Oh.
And it would be packed every day. And you would see the headshots of all these actors that would go there. But then they got evicted. Now they got gorgeous hotels there. They fucking sold they made big money. That chick is smart. She's from Guatemala, one of those third world countries where there's a dictator. there's a dictator in all those countries down there shooting people.
I love coming here because I'm in this. It reminds me of being at home. Like
I go to Empire.
That's it right there. That's Frank's
Go to
movie.
Empire official trailer. Go down. This is our fucking.
Right there.
It's a C movie at best.
But it was good.
It had its moments. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. These guys sold coke in Spanish Harlem, which everybody did. But there's a scene where he parks a $70,000 car in the fucking neighborhood. Go ahead, play it, Lee. What's going on here?
I thought you were explaining
That thing got stuck. No, it's really weird. I'll never forget going.
It's what life is all about. Getting it, losing it, needing it, living it, and dying for it. It's what the American dream is about. I got me a $40,000 truck I park in one of the poorest neighborhoods in the country, but no one touches it. Why? Respect. My name is Victor Rosa. I'm young, Latin, and good-looking.
On the streets of New York, it
That
takes
guy
a
with the
man
white jacket used to drink juice
to
there.
build an empire.
These diamonds, they're huge. What does this boyfriend of yours do? He's in business.
But uptown is another world, defined by power and privilege.
Hey!
This your place, huh? So what do you do?
I'm an investment banker. What do you do?
Well, obviously whatever it is that I do, I'm not doing enough of. That's for damn sure.
You can be a part of this too.
If you're gonna do this, go in knowing that he's not smarter than you.
I got this investment opportunity, and I can make enough money to get out of it now.
Get out of what, man? See this here, man? All this right here is family, you understand?
I need to diversify. It's this white guy, the hottest cat on Wall Street.
God, I didn't know you were going to bring it to me on.
This is on once a month on BET.
And you do your part.
Sure thing.
If you get home about 11 o'clock, this movie will be on. The guy robs his guitas.
Jack Wimmer.
He takes the Colombian's guitas and he invests it. The guy double crosses him.
You saying Jack did this to you? Búscame Rafael.
I know where he's at, man.
Fat Joe.
Big Joe when he was Fat Joe.
Mistake is, you think you're too smart.
Why don't you go back to your ghetto?
I gotta go to war, man.
I'm telling you guys, not a bad movie. No Academy Award, no Academy Award performances. But if you ain't got dick to do, and you like Denise Richards, no, they shoot. If you go back a little bit. I'm gonna tell you guys a true fucking story here, all right? I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you right here. Right there, go. Right there a little bit when they're in front of their bodega. Slow it up right there. Use it right there, put it right there. And I'll tell you when to stop it.
Okay.
Keep going.
I know what you're talking about right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
You see that scene right there? That's in front of a bodega in Miami. It's about 3 blocks away from Paradise Point. Paradise Point is a hotel where you go to. It's not fancy. You stay off in South Beach, right where South Beach starts. And each room is different. They have like the moon room, the Latin room, the conquistador room. If you want the school room, it's got bunk beds. So you and your girlfriend can have bunk beds like 2 fucking momos. When you're there, this is the bodega you go to get. Now, I wish you could see the front of this. They're not going to show it to you in the trailer. But when you see right there, when you see the front of that, it's a micro scene. Don't worry about it. That place right there, if I'm stuck and I can't get to Puerto Sagua, I go in there and I see what they got on the lunch menu. If they got something simple like picadillo with white rice or pork chops with white rice and black beans, I buy the food by the pound.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fucking tremendous. You know how many times I've been into that bodega? As soon as I saw this scene, I knew exactly where they was. And when I went back to Paradise Point, I walked over there, and they have pictures of like Osama on the wall. I didn't even have to ask. I
love Puerto Sagua. That's my restaurant. I've been going there since I was a kid.
That's a badass restaurant.
And it's not expensive.
No, that's the beauty of the fucking patois.
And the food.
I've had people go down there and go, Joey, I went to Gloria Stefan's restaurant.
La Rios.
$160, and it was, no, you should have called.
Yeah.
You should have called. I know dumps that you look like that.
Oh, yeah.
You get the picadillo with some fried bananas and a fucking coconut water, and you'll sit there and go, Jesus Christ, I just spent $4 for lunch, and it's delicious. Some woman in the back with no green card, they smuggled her in on a ship via machine gun to work there for the rest of her life because she was one of the best chefs in Cuba. That's the type of shit you got back there.
Wow. Yeah, it's good.
It's really weird to fucking understand, but it's a different world, and it happens here in California.
Yep.
Some guy owned a restaurant in Mexico, the best restaurant. He's known for his carne asada. What are you going to do, leave him in Mexico to rot to death and get shot by El Chapo? Fuck no. You're going to put him on a truck. Underneath the truck is a carrot. Dress him up as a carrot and put him underneath the truck for Halloween. And smuggle him in and fucking open up a little bodega stand and let people know what time it really is.
Put him as a carrot. What do you dress him up as a carrot? He's gonna be a 6-foot carrot.
Listen,
a 6 foot carrot.
1,000 loads go through that a week. You get Grandpa, the chef, you wrap him up as a carrot, and you put him in a shipment of 10 kilos of coke. If you're gonna go to jail, go to jail. Why fuck around with some dude that dresses a carrot?
It's just a 5-foot carrot and this big shipment of cocaine.
Fuck it. I don't know what happened. I don't know nothing. Somebody paid me $500 to take the car over the border. Where'd you meet him? At 7-Eleven in New Jersey. I don't fucking know, Lee. You just tell them what you need to do. You can take this down now. You know?
Okay.
I love that.
You got me over here staring at him. What's up?
No. I said, I love that John Leguizamo has a leather jacket on in Miami.
Oh, yeah. No.
Está derritiéndose. He's got to be melting.
You know, there's times you go to Miami, dog. You get off that fucking plane, and the humidity just... And in the mornings, the dew in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I like about Miami. Waking up early, going outside, and listening to a sprinkler.
Yep. All over.
And smelling the water hitting the grass and just sitting out there with your cup of coffee and breathing that in. That fucking air, tremendous.
It's beautiful. And there's nothing like a warm summer night in Miami.
Until a lizard comes or a firefly. And then you got to run out of there.
And the lizards are like this.
You don't like those little small lizards, Joey?
When I went to Tampa, it took me about 3 hours to see one. That was all right. I'm an adult now. When I was a child, they fucking scared me. I thought they were Godzilla's cousins.
You know what? I used to hang them on my earlobes when I was little. Yeah, they used to bite, and I used to hang them on me and my brother. Oh. Yeah, I used to put them in the Coca-Cola bottles with the bugs and watch them eat that. I was a savage though when I was little. My dad used to be, "Oye, salvaje, pa dentro," because I would be outside. Like I wasn't scared of anything. It was a different time.
I tell you the story of my daughter jumping into the pool and burnt Grace's house. I tell you about that during the party the other day. Like I have that problem.
She's not scared?
Never.
That's great.
Every once in a while, if she's tired or something, she acts weird. I took her to this movie last night, this Coco thing. My agent called. He goes, "Hey, man, I got the weirdest call here." He goes, "You're not going to believe this. But I got a call from Disney Pixar. They want to know, because your name is Coco, if you're interested in going to the movie with your family, of course. They'll pick you up. You have to go play a game and then watch the movie, do an interview, and then there's a party afterward. Do you think you want to go there?" And I go, "Is it in Hollywood?" And they go, "It's downtown." The baby gets car sick. So my wife would just happen to be walking by, and the email came up. Like, "Hey, what do you think?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think she'd like it. She's ready." I took her to the movies 3 times. She lasted 20 minutes on each movie. We got to go. I don't like this daddy, so I don't want that to happen. Disney, you know what I'm saying? No, she put the 3D glasses on like a soldier and watched the whole thing like she owned the joint. And the movie was fucking tremendous. Listen, those Pixar movies are way better than what people are doing anymore. Way better.
They spend actual time working on them.
Well, they spend time and money, but they get it back 10 times over internationally alone. Like if they already broke a record in Mexico, they're already going to head to the cash registers in the United States like cherry on a fucking Sunday.
I can't wait to see it, though. I heard it's really good.
Bro, I cried. I laughed.
Oh, wow. Good.
I cried from watching her, and I cried on the plot of the story because it was just brilliantly done, you know?
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
And then we went to the party upstairs, and they gave away dolls and stuff. You know, you took pictures. I took pictures of her in front of the thing. I took pictures of me and her, my wife. Everybody had a good time.
Oh, nice.
Then you called the number, and a car came and got you. And he took us home in 20 minutes. That was it. We were home by 9:30. Everybody's happy. We went out as a fucking family.
Man, I should have let more people know that Coco was my stripper name, because I would have really liked to have gone to that.
Fuck yeah.
I need to get a nickname. Well,
that's fucked up. I'm 54 years old, and I've had that name since I was 3. And he gave it to me maybe 10 weeks before my father died.
Coco.
Coco, because I was really white. And they would scratch their head and go, "Who the fuck is this white kid?" I'm trigueño, you're trigueña. Well, why is he like fucking coconut? And my mom and all her friends, Coco. And once I got older, I started realizing, why you motherfuckers calling me Coco? My name is Jose. But then once I went to an American school, that Jose shit had to go. Once I went to PS 166 in front of all those New York City kids, that Jose had to go, Jack. There was only one other Spanish kid in the class, and that was Debbie Dominguez. And she was banging in kindergarten. Banging, do you understand me? Not fucking, banging, like she was beautiful. By the first grade, she showed me a tit one time in a 45. You know those singles, the little ones? She's put it on her titty and showed me her nipple for a quarter under the fucking monkey bars. Tremendous. And she had 5 brothers that were gorillas, but I didn't give a fuck for a quarter. I'll take a look at your titty. It was no big deal.
So is that when Jose became Joey, or did you just go by Coco?
No, I went to my middle name. My middle name is Antonio.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Jose Antonio. So I cut out the Jose and I went to Tony. What the fuck you think you're dealing with?
Tony.
So for years I was just Tony, and I even had a ring, a gold ring my mother got me that said Tony.
What? So you have aliases now. What are you talking about? When did Joey come into this?
Joey came back in 1985.
Oh my God.
And Coco is a family name, so that was
So
only
Tony lasted maybe through the 3rd grade.
This is the first I've heard of Tony. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so everybody called me Tony. Tony. My mother called me Jose Antonio. If she was mad, if things were good, she'd call me Coco. And I would be embarrassed for her to call me Coco. So if she called me Coco in front of people, I wouldn't react to her. I would make believe I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't want to be named Coco. But when I went to Jersey, my friends heard it enough that they just started calling me Coco. There was no getting around, and I got pissed off. But it was better than them saying Jose Antonio Diaz.
Yeah.
I thought a guitar player was going to burst through the fucking door. You know what I'm saying?
It was about survival.
And it was crazy. I remember people who knew me. Kids I knew. We'd take a class together in high school. Junior year. And all of a sudden they go, Jose Antonio Diaz. And I raised my hand and they would look at me and go, I thought your name was Coco. No, that's my nickname. That's not a fucking Coco. It's Jose Diaz for years.
I love that name, though.
See, I can say Jose Diaz. It don't matter. You put that in the NCIC, the computer blows up. It says check back with us in a month and a half. And we go through. Yeah, because my name was Antonio.
I get it, but this is like I feel like this. This is a big moment.
It is a big moment. You just found out about Tony.
For who? So
who's Tony? I feel like I don't know Tony.
So when I went to Catholic school, Tony was Tony for a while. But again, my mother ratted me out when I made my communion in the 4th grade. So I went back to Coco. By the time I got out in the 5th grade, it was straight up Coco. By the time I went to McKinley, it was still Tony.
Oh my God.
But she called me Coco, and Coco overtook the Tony, and I just threw away the fucking ring. It just was never going to work. But by that time, my English was good.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you guys? So my English was good. I didn't want to show up first day of school in New York City sounding like Ricky Ricardo. And fucking my name is Jose Diaz. And probably that's why I did sound like the but I watched so much TV.
Yeah.
And I said everything Dick Van Dyke said 10 times. If Dick Van Dyke said, honey, where's the towels? Honey, where's the towels? Honey, where's the towels? Honey, where's the towels? Honey, where's the towel? You know, I would just work on the English accent, the American accent, New York accent. Because my mom always said, you don't want to let people think that you're just fucking Spanish. Let them know you're versatilio. Besitados. You know, that you're versatile. So that's why I always thought, and she always thought I was important, that I spoke English outside the house and Spanish inside the house.
Yeah, that's how we grew up.
To keep both languages alive, which I believe in, you know.
Yeah.
I got a daughter now that she understands Spanish. She won't fucking say it. I gotta hold a knife to her throat. She's too young for that. I gotta wait 8 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, my dad is Cuban too, so there was no English in the house. You would say something in English, you'd be like, ¿Qué tú dijiste?
Yeah.
¿Cómo? Dime otra vez.
If you say something in English,
dímelo en español.
And if like I would work my mom in English, and she'd go, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yep.
Talk to me in Spanish, and I go, that's never gonna happen. And she go, yes, it would. 2 days from now, when you need money, you'll come begging me in Spanish. And she was correct. She'd show up and go, let me get a $20 bill. I don't know what you're saying. And I finally had to break down and speak Spanish.
But that's one thing I respect a lot about Cubans. They're very, very adamant about the kids learning how to speak Spanish, and to continue to speak Spanish, because you do learn English in school. We couldn't, and my dad still doesn't speak English. The other day he was talking about transgender people, and he called them transunions. He said, oye, los transunion eso. You know, I'm old Cuban man. He said, esto transunion. And I was like, Papi, you mean transgender? And I don't call him Papi. I call him Orlando. But it's so funny. He said transunion.
Don't call me Eddie. Call me Eduardo.
I know. Los trañuñen estos están acabando.
It's crazy because I didn't have a Cuban grandfather. I had a Cuban grandmother, but we were estranged. We just didn't talk. But, yes, I sound Italian, and yes, I'm from New Jersey. But I'll tell you something. The Cuban old man mentality still exists in me.
Oh, yeah. When I talk to you sometimes.
Really, and it scares me. I have to hide it. I have to keep those views to myself, and I will. Mm-hmm. Those type of views I keep to myself.
Yeah.
And those are the views I don't discuss because those are the views that cause wars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're just really bad views. Those old-time Cubans, they specialize in arguing.
Yes. They do.
And that's why they have those beliefs. The other day I was telling Lee about in Cuba, if you have to go to the embassy, you can buy a license for arguing. And you go to the park and argue. A license is $5. Now you can actually go to the park and argue with people for $5. Most of the arguments are about baseball. Mm-hmm. But at all those parties, all those, family parties, that's where those arguments come to. Why do you think I go crazy at funerals? Because all those years I went to those funerals, that's where it erupts. What do you mean erupts? Like, this is how stupid Cubans are. Let's say Aida's my sister. We both got the same mother and same father. Aida se templó un tipo. And I've been raising that kid since he was fucking 4. Que pa mariconaria. Ese hijo es mío, que tuyo.
Yep.
Cuban men will do that. Me as being Aida's brother, who I love, we love each other. We're tight as fuck. But guess what, dog? Guess who watches Aida's son when she goes to New York to do comedy? With me. Y nunca la pasado nada.
Yeah.
Yeah, eso es mentira. You gave him beer one time. Pinga! He's 16. He's going to drink it with you.
Yeah.
He's going to drink it with some bums on the street. Or he's going to drink it with his Uncle Joey. Did you smoke pot with him? Never. Poppy, did he ever smoke pot with you? And the kid smoked pot with me 10 times. You know what I'm saying? I got his back. I hooked him up. I let him fuck a chick in my house already, and I went. But you don't need to know that, man.
That's it.
So now you want to do what? You want to go to the Bronx and do what? Comedy and take him from me? Pinga, hey, this is my son.
Yep.
Pinga, that's the mentality of a Cuban man. They will argue with this poor girl about her son and where he's staying. But meanwhile, I'm her brother. I have no right to say nothing to her. And guess what? She knows I'm probably right.
Yeah, absolutely.
She'll sit there and go, this motherfucker got my fuck, because he has.
Yeah.
So all those years, Cuban men are a different tone. I have to fight that emotion on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So were they causing too much of a disruption on the Cuban streets or something? Why do they have this $5 license now?
Because they want them to go into the park. And if there's a problem, they got your fingerprints and shit probably to argue. I can argue, not argue, but there's mornings when I call you, Lee,
right,
and you hang up the phone and you gotta go, I'm not sure about Joey anymore.
Right. So wait, so you're the mild version of your people?
I'm very watered down because over the years,
oh my God,
I had to water myself down because I would not be accepted for sure.
I wouldn't survive Cuba.
I'm already insecure about who I am. Never mind having that stigma around you.
Yeah.
The things that come out of those men's mouths.
He's watered down for a Cuban old man,
right?
But he's not watered. He's not watered down as a person. He's full blown. But to be with a Cuban, like some of the things that my father would say, I could never repeat.
If I'm married to Ida right now,
right?
We've been together 8 years. We have a 3-year-old. And Ida and the baby's in the room, and I could be in the best mood ever.
Yep.
Watching TV, and Ida walks by me with that blouse on. That's in the old school. That's a kick to the fucking mouth. Ida, do me a favor. Go put a sweater on.
Yep.
Why?
Because that's how they are.
They're very, yeah.
Okay.
You're not my wife going out with that shirt on.
Yep.
You're not my wife. Oh my God.
No. I don't know who raised you.
Oh, see, that's true.
I don't know what mother raised you, but that's right. Your mother was divorced 8 times, so.
It's a kind of, an honesty that yo no tengo pelo en la lengua.
Yeah.
It's like, my dad used to tell us we used to have to take a bath every night before we went to sleep and when we woke up in the morning.
Me too. See, I'm by that rule too.
And then we would be like, well, why we got to do that? And he'll be like, porque bollo tú suda en el medio de la noche y aquí hay que lavarse el
That
culo.
means your pussy sweats in the middle of the night. And in my house, you have to have the clean ass. Because I don't want no dirty ass girls living in my fucking house. Why? Because I said so. That's why.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, it's a fucking, like, I look at Mercy already. And last night, we went to take it to the Coco.
Mm-hmm.
So the deal was complete. The deal was set a week ago. And we make a deal with her a week ago, and last night in the car, on the way home, she goes, oh, by the way, am I still sleeping with you guys tonight? And me and my wife just looked at each other like, wow, holy fuck. She remembers some bullshit deal we made a week ago. We got home, sure enough, she got her little pajamas on. I stay out there for about an hour, so they both fall asleep. I go in, I sleep like a baby till around 6. I get up, smoke some pot, some coffee, nicotine gum. I feed the cats. I talk to my wife. My wife goes, she needs to get up pretty early. She needs to get up soon. So I go, let me go back to bed and watch her get up. So I sat there, and every 10 minutes went by, 15, I heard some movement. I saw her pull the blankets down, look to her mother's side, looked to my side. She looked around the room. She took a breath also she put the blankets over her head. She flipped over. She went back to bed. Right? So, okay. So I gave it to 8 a.m. And I reached my hand under the sheet and I started tickling the side. Usually she tickles and giggles. She took my hand and just threw it off her. That was it. Slid over listen, don't fucking bother me. I'm sleeping, dog. And right there, I knew, those little nuances tells you, you're not going to be able to fuck with her. Because she knows I'm next to her. She knows this ain't the boogeyman. But she already took my hand, crushed it. Like last night, the same thing. In the middle of the night, I felt the kick of me. So I tried to push her leg away, and she put her leg right there. In her psyche, she argued with me. She was kicking me, and I moved her foot. So finally I started tickling her foot. I grabbed the bottom of her foot and started kicking that little fucking flat foot, that little sledge of rock that she has for a foot. And finally she moved it away. She moved it. She shook it. And I remembered this morning, that's right, in the middle of the night, I had to tickle her fucking foot. We fought for a fucking hour. So she's going to be fire already.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a genius to see that. Like I said, we went to Bert Crisis the other night and Bert jumped in the pool. When I heard Bert jump in the pool, I was watching football, and I was involved. I was having a good time with the guys.
Man.
But something told me my daughter would jump in that pool. You follow what I'm saying to you?
Yep.
She loves to swim. It's nighttime. She knows Bert. She's comfortable there. Once the older kids started jumping in, I knew she was going to jump in. I saw her come over, kick her shoes off. She ran over. She looked. She goes, no, I can't, Daddy. He'll go in. What do you give a fuck? She went over again, looked in. No. Again. No. Then she went in and looked. She came back. She pulled the ring off. A little plastic ring with a gem on it. Here you go. And she jumped into the deep end. And I looked at my wife. I go, what'd I tell you? You don't need a swami. I already know what's in those jeans.
Yep.
I already know. You don't need a book. I already see little things, and little things become big things. She always has to wear a dress. She's an only child, so she sits herself in that room. I check on her every 15 minutes to make sure she's not blowing up the house. But she's back there playing with Barbie dolls, Hot Wheels.
Oh, that's dope. She plays with both.
She has the Hot Wheels set up. She has the Barbie doll. She has the tent. And she's got a little thing with 2 Kens I got her and a couple Barbie dolls. Thank you for the dolls, Lee. Lee got us some great dolls. She changed the outfits on them.
Oh, okay.
Tremendous. Yeah. You know, so you go back there and I'll sit and I go, can I sit? I knock on the door. She's 4.5. I already knock on the door, guys.
That's right.
I knock on the door and I ask her, may I come in?
Se puede.
And she'll go, you could. And then I go, can I sit on your bed and talk to you for a while? And I'll sit there. And I'll ask her, can I play with you? And she goes, not really.
Hilarious.
You know? And I'll sit there like a fucking bump on a log, ask her questions for 5 minutes. She'll fuck with me, but she won't let me fuck with her. Daddy, can you leave now? Okay. And I walk out, and then I go in the living room, and in 15 minutes, my wife goes in there. And 3 minutes later, my wife would come on and go, she threw me out too. don't feel too bad.
That's so funny.
It's a real adventure having a child, but there's people who look at their child. I don't know. I look at her, and I already know what to expect. Like I've said on this show 1,000 times.
She did that a couple years ago.
I know what I gave my mother. I found the soft spot in my mother's heart, her cooking. My mom could cook, but she didn't cook shit I liked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she would cook the deep Cuban shit. I wasn't ready for the deep Cuban shit at 5.
Sin bombo.
Yeah, all that shit. So I had delivery number, Chicken Delight. So I knew how to order Chicken Delight. In those days, it was like $4 for 3 pieces of chicken, crinkle cut French fries, a little thing of jelly, chacho with a bun, chacho. And I get a soda called Tahitian Treat. I talked about this before. You're too young for it, Lee.
Tahitian Treat is East Coast drink.
East Coast drink.
Delicious. It's like fruit punch, but it has a little kick.
Yeah, it's high. Bro, what happened to fucking High C?
I think it's still there, isn't it?
Like 3 labels. When I was a kid, they had 92 fucking flavors, Jack.
Yeah.
What was that?
Now it's
Is that you?
No, I think that was you.
That was you.
It was not me.
That was like the second time you did that. What did you eat for dinner? A stick of dynamite or something? Are those candles still burning?
Yeah, I think so.
It smells good in here.
Mm-hmm.
We got boxes of candles. Our boy sent us a box of candles. They're there, but he's like, I got to substitute candles. Move them. I'll put your candles up soon. Merry Christmas, cocksucker.
What kind of candle is it?
Some girl came to visit us last week.
It says it on the bottom of the cap.
Smell it. What's it smell?
It smells good. It smells like. That smells like some fruit.
I think it's something vanilla and caramel.
Here?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
No, there is caramel in there. It's sweet vanilla cream. Oh, wow. It has
Our
black
girl
seeds.
Coachy gave us that, see?
Burnt toffee.
Burnt toffee.
It smells good, though. It smells edible. That's the right word for
Don't
this
say
podcast.
that word around
I know.
me. I don't know nothing. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you ate. I don't want to know. You were here and you left. I saw
You just made me want some crinkle fries just now.
Oh, crinkle cut fries?
Yeah,
Shit.
those crinkle cut fries are delicious.
But I went home last week out of abuse from myself. On Friday night, I did both shows. My brother picked me up. And he goes, what do you want to do? I had a salad at 6 o'clock at night. I did 2 shows. That was it.
Oh, wow.
I had a salad and like 3 or 4 mussels and marinara. And that was it.
Delicious.
At Rudy's. And I said, you know what? I'm fucking starving. So I went over to a diner that I had basically grown up in. They redid it, you know. First off, it's Friday at 1 o'clock, and there was 2 tables in there. The place is haunted. There wasn't a soul in there. Let me tell you something. 30 years ago, Friday at 1, there was a line down the steps, 10-minute wait. And you walked in, you got a milkshake right off the bat. Let me get a milkshake, dog, right off the bat. Let me get vanilla, chocolate, 2, what do you want, Lee? 2 chocolate, 2 chocolates, a vanilla, and a strawberry. And when you come back, you put in your hamburger order, your hamburger deluxe, or cheeseburger deluxe, which is the fucking cheeseburger, the French fries with the mozzarella on top of it and a little gravy.
Do you have to get the gravy?
That's the whole patois.
Really? I've never been a gravy.
And what you do is you get the fork and you cut it into the French fry, and the gravy seeps into that French fry, but very lightly. Not like a fucking French fry stew. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Just very lightly around the fry to give it that flavor. So every time you take a bite of the thing, bye-bye, and you eat a bite of the pickle. All together like a fucking motherfucker.
Are you putting gravy on the burger?
You could dip it in the gravy if you want.
I don't want to.
Gravy on the side. But you think about it, son.
I'd have to put the fries on a different plate.
Listen, you're the Captain Kirk of the Enterprise. You do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just telling you what happened. But this motherfucker didn't put the gravy on top of the French fries. He put the gravy over the French fries and he put the mozzarella on top of it. And tipo se falló. He slipped. So now when you bit in, the thing squirted outward. Because it was like a fucking French fry gravy pie. I don't like it like that. I like the gravy on top. You fucking bake the cheese. You burn the cheese crispy. And then you throw the fucking gravy on top of that. I'm going to have to get behind the kitchen and teach these motherfuckers how it's done, Syatt. You follow me?
You could open up a diner.
I know I can, but when am I going to find time? In between what? 2 in the morning and 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my beauty sleep. Look at me now. I'm living on 7 fucking hours of sleep. I need 15 at my age right now. Getting beat up. How many hours a night you get, Aida?
I've been getting 6 at most.
What time you go to bed? 1?
Yeah. But if I'm working, it depends.
And you wake up at 7?
Yeah, I wake up at 6, 7. If I'm in New York, though, I work till late because I'll do 4 or 5 sets a night.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The edibles make you do that sometimes.
What edibles? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Did you eat these stars yet?
Oh, yeah.
You have to eat at least 5 stars tonight.
I'm okay.
How many have you eaten?
We had 2.5 cushy punch each.
That's nothing. That's an appetizer.
No, it's not.
He knows that. He knows.
No, it's not. I told them once that I ate 2 cushy punch, and they looked at me like I was a crazy person.
Who?
At Sunset Herbal.
No, they didn't. They know you're a savage.
They know now, but they didn't then.
Excuse me. You need to hydrate when you eat edibles.
I'm trying.
That's the most important thing. What else has been going on in your life, Aida? Movies, TV? Talk to us. Let us know. Tell us. What the fuck?
Well, I'm taping that HBO thing tomorrow.
Okay, that's a stand-up thing.
Yeah, it's a stand-up thing.
How many minutes you gotta do?
12.
Clean?
No.
You can do whatever you want?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm on this tour. It's called the Every Woman Tour with April Macy and Shantae Wayans. We start in December. Well, they start tomorrow, but I'm taping tomorrow, so I join them in December.
How many cities?
So far, we just started. They just started. We got, I think, 5 cities already. So,
You're going on a bus?
No.
Like 3 savages?
Yeah, that would be dope, though. We're looking forward to getting to that point. We want to get to the point where we get on the bus. And, I got some TV stuff coming out at the beginning, and I'm writing. I'm sit down and write a TV show with you.
When does the tour start and how many cities? 5, you said?
Yeah,
right?
we already got, they just started.
They just started?
Yeah. So we start, we go to Fort Lauderdale December 7th, which I'm excited about because I get to go home to Miami.
So you guys are doing the improvs, a couple improvs?
No, we're doing performing arts centers.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many seats?
They're 400 or 500.
Good for you guys. Good
yeah.
for you guys. Now, Shantae, she's the girl that hangs out at Flappers a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's cool as fuck. She
Yeah.
cleaned her life up.
Yes.
She's one of the Wayans sisters.
Yeah. I love her, man.
She has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes, I met her before. She usually hosts when I go down there. And she's very sweet. And she told me her story one night that she was all fucked up. And
Yeah.
her brothers helped her and her cousins, and they took her on the road with her. And if you see her on stage, there's something there. Like,
Yeah.
she's going to need a couple tours. But you're going to hear about that girl. In about 5 years, you're going to know who the fuck she is, seriously.
Yeah, she's really honest. And then April's been doing
April's a fucking veteran of death.
Yeah.
April's been on Howard Stern. She's been around since fucking I was here, tormenting comedians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With good looks and
Yeah.
es un diablo puro.
Yeah. I
She's
love
a
that
devil.
girl, man. That girl got my back.
She is solid. And she goes out. No, she also stopped giving a fuck.
Yep.
You said something earlier that to be in this business as a woman, if my daughter, my niece came to me and they said, listen, Doug, I've been fucking doing stand-up for 4 years under an alias. I didn't want you to know. You know, I've been, you know, whatever the fuck.
Right.
It's what you said. It's, for a woman is, you gotta be crazy. You have to be ready to attack back.
Fearless.
In this business, you have to be fearless. You know, I told Lee this story one time. It was the weirdest thing. Me and Lee were talking about something, and I told him a story about a girl I met who lived in Chicago. Nothing sexual happened between us. She was a waitress, and we used to always talk, and she knew I did a few movies, and one day she asked me, she goes, what happened after you did a movie? Did you become a star right away? And I go, first off, I'm not a star. I'm working here at your club in South Chicago. You know, they're about to throw bottles at me every night. I'm no fucking star.
It's no joke.
So what happened with this girl was she sold real estate and she put a little money away. And Ada, you know those people that you talk to, pull them aside and you go, can I talk to you on the personal level? I've been here for 15 years. I've been dogging it out of bujunazo. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been with shitty agents, no management, looking at breakdowns every day, dropping off envelopes, you know, calling casting people, telling them who the fuck I am. You know what kind of life that is? So when I've been doing this for 15 years, do me a fucking favor. When you come to me for advice, don't fuck around.
That's right.
Come to me, tell me the fucking truth, and we'll get together and we'll set your fucking plan up. And we'll set a plan of attack. Lee, am I lying to you?
No.
Have we not sat here and set plan of attacks and we don't execute like a motherfucker?
We do.
We don't fuck around here.
I want to come here on plan day.
It's pretty crazy.
It's right after this. That's why it's hard to remember.
It's pretty crazy how you have to set things up. People do not realize. What was the release date of... look at the release date of Pretty Women. And what's the movie with him and Andy Garcia?
March 23rd of 90.
All right, well, hold on. Keep that right there.
Okay.
What's the movie with him and Andy Garcia?
Who? Well, who and Garcia?
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere and Andy Garcia. What movie was that? Not Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. What movie was it?
Internal Affairs.
Internal Affairs. Yeah.
What was the release date of Internal Affairs?
Okay, hold on. January 12th of 1990.
What came out first?
That did by 2 months.
What did?
Internal Affairs.
Why do you think that came out that way? Have you ever watched Internal Affairs, Lee?
No.
No, yeah. Why? When you have Orange is the New Purple and all those other dumb shit you watch every night with the boss. Internal Affairs is about one of the dirtiest cops ever. Yeah. He makes Harvey Weinstein, Louis C.K., all of them look like a fucking sick fuck.
That was a year and a half when it came out.
He has one of the Baldwin twins as his partner, and he drives him crazy. He tries to turn on him. He shoots him. It's fucking crazy. Andy Garcia's Internal Affairs. He's hunting him down. At the end, he shoots him, and he says, don't have kids. He had 8 kids.
Right.
He had 8 kids, this guy. He was an L.A. cop that was dirty as fuck. But you had to see how he talked to women. Lee, he was like, how you doing, Ada? What's going on in your world? No, nothing. Just trying to put the pieces together. You look good. You working out? Yeah, I've been working out lately, losing some pounds. Good. You busy right now? Not really. I was just going to go pick up the kids. Call your mom. Tell her to go pick up the kids. Let's go fuck a little bit. I mean, he was cold-blooded, Richard Gere in this. You left, he did American Gigolo, that he did Office and a Gentleman. He was America's golden boy, Jack. When he did Office and a Gentleman with Deborah Winger, god damn. I got stuck on 181st Street. It was 1 in the afternoon. I had to be at work at 5 on 57 and 2nd. There was a double feature for $2. I had like the small 25. I had a bag of weed. I got a milkshake in Carvel. And like $2 and change, and I could take the bus on the way home. I could always sneak up on a bus up there. So I had 4 hours to kill. I said, I did not want to go see Officer and the Gentleman and American Gigolo. I was against my moral obligation. But the wind off the Hudson River convinced me to go in there and sit there for 4 hours and get warm. And I watched that Officer and the Gentleman. Let me tell you something. It blew my fucking mind.
I worked with that director last year, Taylor Hackford.
Yeah, Taylor. I'm like, this dude is fucking real, Jack.
Yeah.
That took Richard Gere to a different level in my world. I was like, fuck American Gigolo. Showing his ass trying to steal my girlfriend at the time at the movie theater.
Why did you ask when the movies came out?
Because he was a genius. He came out as America's worst fucking cop. You left that movie theater hating. But
Richard Gere.
Right, but in 2 months, Pretty Women came out.
Yeah.
And now, people fell in love with him. They forgot all about Internal Affairs. It was like it never fucking existed.
So tell us the story you were telling us about the waitress, because you said she didn't tell you.
The waitress, so, I tell Lee bullshit on the way down sometimes at the Comedy Store. We talk about different scenarios, and I told Lee about a chick that was a waitress in Chicago in Marino. She came up to me with a story that she wanted to be an actress. So they were shooting movies in Chicago, and she took a job as an extra. But during the movie shoot, the director liked her and the actor liked her. I forget who the actor was, a black guy, Usher, one of those. And he pulled her and he made out with her during the movie. They, the whole thing legit, and they added it to the movie. They wrote in a couple lines. And at the premiere in L.A., they told her to get an agent and live here. So I'm at the comedy club, and all this is going down. I knew about the movie, and there she is waitressing. And I go, congratulations. She's like, yes, this is my last weekend here. I'm moving to L.A. And I go, okay. And I go, where are you moving to? Did you get an apartment? She goes, me and my boyfriend got the key to this place. It's in da-da-da-da. Now, this is 15 fucking years ago. Mm-hmm. This bitch is like, we got a place off of Wilshire for $27.50 a month.
Oh, okay.
He's a waiter. I have some money put away. And I go, why are you getting $27.50 for a one bedroom? And she goes, I go, you guys can move to Hollywood. And she goes, well, no, Hollywood's dirty. She goes, we're going to move there, and we're going to have a screening room, and people come over to the house. The agent had twisted her head around Ida.
Wow.
This poor girl told me how I was fucking up in my career, why I wasn't shit. By this time, I had done some movies, and I was starting to get good auditions. My stand-up sucked dick like it does now. No, it had nothing to do with that. I was more focused on the acting. I knew there was no opening for me as a stand-up. And she's talked a bunch of shit, and I didn't see her again. I'm telling Lee about this. How I saw the decline off the bat. Like, I think I bumped into her once after I got all the auditions going. Well, I met with this guy for lunch, and he's making a decision. Listen, fucking 12 years later, me and Lee go to Hollywood to do comedy. At a bar, we park, we go in. I go, Lee, you hungry? Lee goes, oh, we went to the bar. Who do you think the bartender was? That fucking waitress.
Oh, wow. Full circle.
Lee, remember the story I told you about that broad that was a genius? There she is, and that's what she told me. Oh, great to see you. Oh, my God. Oh, I go, you still here? She goes, yeah. Me and my boyfriend broke up when I met this new guy. He's the head bartender here, and I'm the assistant manager now. And I go, you acting? She goes, not really. And so it's so weird, the shit you get tricked into believing. She had a publicist.
Wow.
That's when they told you to have I told Lee, and I've told the people that listen to this podcast that there's scams here. There's a 10% scam here that's called publicity. Yes. That it is like throwing fucking money away.
How much do you think she was spending a month?
Who?
That woman. The bartender. Like, when she first moved here, was she spending like $10,000 a month?
$25,000 on publicity.
What?
$3,000 on publicity. Listen, to sign with a good publicist, it starts at $4,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
That's if you just want to go to premieres. Like half those people, I went to Coco last night.
Mm-hmm.
I got invited there because of my name, not because of stand-up, not because the director liked me. I could love to tell you that, but it's not the truth. They knew I had a child, blah, 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 blah. But I guarantee you there were people there that paid the publicist.
Yep.
Like, there was a bunch of kids taking pictures. Okay, now I'm not a fucking genius, but I knew those kids weren't in the movie. Okay, now what? There's two or three things that are going on there. A, either they're potential Disney kids, and Disney's trying to promote them by putting them in little headshots. Or B, it's moms with a dream.
Yeah.
Now, my wife pointed something out to me, and she's always my second voice.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked at it, I go, you're right. And she pointed a mom that was there for her son to be a celebrity. My wife said, look, when we sat down to eat, they were taking pictures in front of that thing. And when we got up to leave, they were taking pictures in front of that thing. Let me tell you one of the biggest scams there is, American, Canada, who's ever listening. You come here, you tell them you need a publicist. There's publicists that'll get you all those parties, Lee. You want to go to those parties, Lee? I'll get you all those mid-level parties. Now, guess what? I got a secret for you.
What's that?
If there were anybody, they wouldn't be there anyway.
Yep.
My first couple of years here, I used to feel bad that I wasn't invited to like the Grammys. It's a big night here for some reason, like those award shows. Getting invited to those and going to the parties. I've never been to one.
Yeah, you see me sitting here every year during the Grammys wishing I got invited. I don't give a Frenchman's fuck.
I don't care anymore, but...
All right, that's number one. Number two, what am I going to tell them? What am I going to do there? When am I going to go to the show?
Yeah.
To hang out at one of the parties, to talk to who? Eventually somebody's going to, what do you do? I'm a stand-up comic at the Comedy Store. Really? Why the fuck are you here? You know, it's that simple.
Yep.
Unless you want to be embarrassed. So there's some publicists that'll pay you, Lee. You'll pay them. And you go, yeah, I want to promote my podcast. And they'll take you $3,000. And guess what, brother? You go to parties like that one last night, which is nothing wrong with. I'm not saying anything bad. But in your mind...
But did you schmooze people? Did you go make connections?
2 or 3 people talk to me. Hi, how are you? I talk to the head of whatever.
Oh, cool.
Shit like that. But it's not... I didn't leave there going home going, he's going to put me in his next movie.
Right.
Now, is it... Like, I don't know the
difference.
protocol. Could you, if you, like, let's say I hired a publicist. Like, let's say my goal was to go to the next Star Wars opening and meet fucking the head of Disney and give him my script. Can I do that at whatever of the thing or no?
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. If you're that much of a puke.
I don't know what the rules are. I don't do this
your
stuff.
Script at one of those things. You just have to think about who you're giving this script to and the situation. I want you to think of what you do. I want you to tell you what happens to me. Last week, I meet my friends at a bar, and one of them gives me a box the size of this fucking table. He says, take this home for your baby. I sat there for 10 minutes, and I thought about the truth. The truth of the matter is, I was going to take it back to the hotel, maybe. Maybe. Sometimes I forget that shit and I don't look back. Maybe. And then I was going to ship it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But in my heart, I was not taking that in my luggage. And eventually I called her over and I told her the truth. You have to send this to me. Really? I didn't even bring a winter jacket. My luggage got everything. I didn't even bring a fucking winter jacket, you know? But it's so weird when people give you stuff. People gave me great cards last week in New York. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I always bring those cards home, at least give them a shout out or something. Let me give some shout outs here real quick. Or did I give them already?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't give them. I'm getting old, you know what I'm saying? Top quality Tony, Leon, my man Vegas over there in fucking Spain, smacking people playing cards.
He hired a driver, he said.
He hired a driver. Bob Lalinga's always thinking about you and your dad. God bless him. One by One podcast. Adam Hatchell. Lil Runny Nose. John Wolf G. Gino Jacobelli. And the whole Boken Police Department. And Benjamin Paul. Don't forget, December 3rd, me and Wheeler Walker, L.A. at the Novo, the 4th at the Observatory, San Diego, and the 5th at the Observatory in Santa Ana. You want to plug any dates, beautiful?
Yes, December 7th, the Every Woman Tour is going to be in Fort Lauderdale. You can go to my website, funnyaida.com, and get your tickets there. And we're also going to Pennsylvania and Maryland on December 29th and 30th. And February, Valentine's Day weekend, I'm going to be at the Sacramento Punchline. So get your tickets, because I usually have good shows there. So get your tickets.
That's a great, great club.
I love it.
I think it's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. I like what the club is. I'm going to switch hotels this time. I'm going to go around the corner, they said. And I like this side of town. They got Red Lobster Road. I get to run with some black people. I got fucking Habit is across the street.
The mall's right there.
The mall's right there, but they ain't got no good food in there. They got
the sushi place good.
Not on that side. Across, on your side is good. On the side of the hotel, the sushi place is very good.
Yeah.
I will tell you that. And it's open till 2 in the morning. A lot of people don't know that. You could do the show and go over and eat sushi.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know it was open till 2, though.
1 or 2. Something like that. It don't matter. You can still get sushi no matter what fucking night you get out of stage. Go over there, get a little Philly roll, to get your little stomach hard. You know what I'm saying?
I had some really good sushi. Have you guys ever been down to like the Japantown Sawtell Street?
I was down there.
In Culver City?
No, it's in in West LA. It's right off the 405.
Your mama had a good time. Let's ask you that.
Yeah, well, she had a great time.
What was the highlight of the trip?
What was the highlight of the trip? My cousin came over where she cooked food. She cooked my favorite meal with brisket and latkes and green beans. And then we went to the observatory. That was nice. And then, we had a great time. So thank you.
You miss your mom?
I try not to think about it, but then when she's like, it's always tough at the airport. Not with her, but like just, I feel bad. Like, and then sometimes I'm like, I could move. It's for a second I was like, I could move to Israel, be the flying Jew from Israel, but
your mom lives in Israel?
No, she lives in outside of Boston.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's always nice having her here. There's nothing like having a mom cook for you and just talk with you, and it's always nice. I don't do it. It's about a once a year thing right now, so I need to make it a couple times a year. A few times a year at least.
We'll dedefinitely be in Boston next year.
She'll come to the Wilbur next time. She'll love
it. We'll fucking eat Chinese food somewhere.
I was born in Boston.
Oh, which that MGH or
Brigham Young?
Oh, yeah. I was. I think I was at forget. It doesn't matter. Dana-Farber or something.
A lot of my Puerto Rican family still lives in Boston.
A lot of Puerto Ricans in Andover.
Yeah, well, my family's in Roxbury. But
something like that, there's something like that in Andover. And then you grew up in Miami for a while.
Yeah, Miami and New York.
And you're really trying to write this sitcom.
Yes. I started, I got to show you my Bible. I wrote a show Bible, but I want it to be real. If I can't, that's the thing about me that you have always reinforced that is, if I can't be me and I can't be real, I don't want to do it.
Well, here's the deal. You go to a network, they propose you a deal. If it's a mediocre network, they're going to want to add something for their flavor. You're going to add it in mildly, and whatever they tell you they don't like about your dream, you're going to do something different. Do a sidebar to distract them. When the show's number one, then you throw them out of the room like Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
You're following me. It's, they don't know the formula, and we do. We've been doing it for 15 years longer than they are. They went to a college, they worked themselves up as assistant. I have a lot of respect for that. But I also know how to put a show into segments. And when the show should have laughs, and when it shouldn't. It should be serious. You know, there's different parts in your set that, and that's what they couldn't figure out how to translate it onto television or film. You know, and Roseanne's a bad bitch. She was a pioneer of sorts. You know, in a lot of ways.
She told me that she would support me. She's like, in whatever way I can help you, I will. She's been real supportive of me. But she's doing Roseanne right now.
Yeah, no. They're trying to do anything to save TV right now. I think it's a bit too late. I think, everybody likes Narcos. We want to see about drug money and what happened to Noriega and Chapo's next season and what happens in Mexico. So, Netflix is winning not because it's $8.99 a month. Netflix is winning because of all the content they're giving you for $8.99 every month.
It's amazing.
From documentaries to TV shows to stand-up specials. It's a great deal. You cannot get mad at them. I don't know if they sell packages. You're the king of all
what do you mean?
Shit. Get NFL and...
they don't yet, but I would imagine they might start. Who knows? They don't right now.
Yeah, they've become a network.
The only thing that scares me with them, and I don't even... they're doing great. So this is just from an article that I read, that they're like $4 billion in debt or something because of Netflix, because of all the production they're doing. But I mean, they're obviously they have millions of subscribers paying $10 a month, whatever it is. So they're doing fine. But it's that just seeing that number was crazy.
Yeah, they don't seem worried.
No, they don't.
If you want to sell your special on Netflix, we got to do is talk in Spanish. A little bit of Spanglish. And they'll sell it because they do great with the Spanish market. I've watched 3 Spanish shows. Narcos, Celia, and fucking Jota, Pablo Escobar's Hitman. 60 episodes between the plane rides the last 3 or 4 weeks. 4 out of the last, 6 out of the last 7 weeks. I watched 4 episodes, 2 episodes there, 1 episode back, 3 episodes there, 1 episode back, 1 in the hotel room. And they were very interesting. I like the chances they took with the topics they took. Netflix is very good. And even if they raise their prices to $9.99, listen, it's $1 more that you spend, a dollar less you spend on shit.
Yep.
For the programming you get, not to mention the shit that they have on from time to time. From Sons of Anarchy to fucking this to that to
and
this
Stranger
to that.
Things and
Stranger
Ozark.
Things. Ozark is good about the money laundering.
Yeah, they got some good shows on that I like.
And movies and documentaries.
They got the best documentaries. Like they got.
You get caught up in shit. Next thing you know, you think the planet's fucking flat. What do you got planned for New Year's? Thanksgiving, my brother.
I'm not sure yet. We'll find out.
You're making a turkey. You're going to the wife's house and having the chicken.
To be honest, I just found out like yesterday that it's Thanksgiving next week. So I'm not sure yet what the plan is.
Are you gonna make your own turkey? Didn't you make your own turkey last year?
Yes, I did. I think I might do that again. We'll see.
And what do you got planned for Thanksgiving, my
I'm
love?
cooking. I'm cooking at home.
You're at the house here?
Yeah. You know those turkeys, they call them the turkeys that are Cuban style. They taste like a ham or...
Right.
That's what we do. I season the turkey like my grandmother taught me. I make arroz con gandules. I make all the authentic food. And I make some American stuff, but I always cook for Thanksgiving.
And you're always busy. You always seem like you're writing, so...
Yeah, I stay
What
busy.
are you thankful for this year, Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful for my family. I'm really thankful for my family. I'm thankful. I have a new niece and a new nephew, and they just brought our family back to life because my grandmother died a few years ago, and then my uncle got murdered in Miami. So I'm just thankful for those babies. And you know what? I'm thankful that I get to do what I love to do.
Right? Ain't it fucked up?
Every day.
You ever get on a plane and go, how fucked up is this?
I get to
I'm
go
getting
to
on a plane. I just had a cheeseburger with an egg on it in the American terminal, and I'm getting on a plane at 11 o'clock to go to Chicago.
To tell jokes.
I'm going to go meet my friend from college and meet her for a drink or two. And then tomorrow night, I got 2 shows and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I feel the same. And you know what? I am also thankful because there are a lot of people who don't fuck with me, but the ones that do, they fuck with me heavy. And I'm really thankful for that because there have been some people who have really made things happen for me, and I feel they understand me. They don't want to change me, and I'm thankful for that.
How about you, Lee? What are you thankful for, Tarzan?
I'm thankful for everyone and myself is healthy. I'm thankful that this podcast got me to go to therapy this year. Thankful for my friends. And yeah, that's it.
What about you?
What am I thankful for? My wife, my daughter, for the people who listen to the podcast. I'm thankful for people who come to the shows. I'm thankful for my cats. I'm thankful for Lee. I'm thankful for you guys. Oh. Before the podcast started, we were talking about energies.
Yep.
And people that come in and out of your life, and sometimes they step away and you go, you know what, life's been different. Since that kiss of death has been around. It came around for 6 years. My cat died. My brother went to jail. Yes. My house burned down. And sometimes you feel guilty about people that, I don't know. I'm just thankful, man. I get up every morning. You know what I'm really thankful? I'm really thankful when I'm driving down Laurel Canyon and I get car sick. Okay, I get car sick whenever I go down Laurel Canyon. And right around when I get past the little city restaurant there, that little place where they sell the sandwiches I told you, I think about how lucky I am that I'm 54 years old and I'm still doing spots at the Comedy Store. I swear to God. I'm like, what am I getting anxiety for, and what is this car sickness for? I'm 54 years old. I should be irrelevant, not even at the store at this age. And I'm going down there to do a 10 o'clock fucking spot. And my car sickness and everything goes away. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful for the people who listen to the podcast. I'm thankful you came on tonight.
I'm thankful to be here. I love being here.
I'm happy you gave the dates. I want people to get to know you. They're going to hear a lot about you.
You have good people, too. I told you I was at a restaurant the other day, and someone was like, I know you from the church. And I'm like, the people who listen to this podcast are real, honest, and loyal. And that's what people like me and you look for in life.
I'm sorry about the star of death. I didn't mean to get you to the hospital.
You know what, though? That's going to be a great episode for the TV show,
yes,
right?
Yes, it is, right? Because it's 2018. Everybody's going to be eating edibles pretty soon. It's true, man. Ever since I've gotten into MeUndies, this is all I wear when I go to a gym or when I have shorts on and shit. They're comfortable. It's the Modal, the softest cotton you'll ever wear. And if you're sweaty, if your monkey sweats, you put on a pair of MeUndies. It keeps the sweat under control. I told you people, I had surgery one time. I couldn't take a shower. I sniffed my nuts. The next day they were fresh. Most of the time you sniffed your nut after a day, una peste del coño la madre you have down there, which means your balls smell like salt water and vinegar. Anyway, every year millions of people receive the least liked gift of all time, those white underwear tidy whiteys, but we still give it to our family and our loved ones who just don't want it. But maybe it's just the underwear is the problem. It's the kind of underwear that you give them. Let me tell you about MeUndies, the only underwear that makes an amazing gift. Like I said before, Modal, softest cotton you'll ever wear. They're soft, the flexible waistband. They're 3 times softer than cotton. And most importantly, they're natural, sustainably sourced fiber. They're the most comfortable things you ever wear in your life. This is what I'm going to do for you. It's for the holidays, all right? It's a new year. You haven't gone out. You haven't gotten a little sucalamink. And even if you do, you're going to be wearing those tidy whities. Women's going to tell you just to put your pants on because you're still living in 1982. This is what I'm going to do for you, right? This holiday season, for yourself, for your little brother who needs his little staminka sucked, what you're going to do is I'm going to give you an exclusive 20% off the softest underwear and socks you'll ever wear. And free shipping and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Did you hear me right? You're going, Joey, I didn't fucking hear you right. Well, this is what I'm going to do for you. This holiday season, starting tonight, I'm going to get you an exclusive 20% off the softest underwear and socks you'll ever wear. Free shipping and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Go to MeUndies.com/Joey. Again, that's MeUndies.com/Joey. You're going to be happy you ordered them. Why? Because they're the best. I wouldn't even talk to you about them if they weren't the goods. That's the type of guy I am. It's like right now, On It. Why do I like On It? Because I live on it. They're family. I'm part of the On It family. I got a hashtag On It family. You know why? Because they've taken care of me over the years. I go on my little alpha brain cycles. I see how my writing improves. I get focused. Not to mention the Shroom Tech Sport. Not to mention the Shroom Tech Immune. Not to mention the Hemp Force Protein. What I'm telling you is go to onit.com. Look at what they got to offer you. They've got something that's going to work. It's here, the Alpha Brain. Start with that. And start with the Hemp Force Protein, the cacao. You will not be sorry. Go to onit.com. Look at the fine line of supplements. Then go to the box on the way out and press
Church.
Bam! CHURCH, motherfuckers. And get 10% off delivered to your house. That's On It. Number 2. For the last 2 years, I've worn Fuji Yeezys. I've gone from an A6 to an A5. They got the Superiato. They got the Sekao, which means world in Japanese. Then they got another more expensive one. I'm telling you to look at the Superato. They got it in blue with a nice green trimming. They got it in white, and they got it in a beautiful black, which doesn't get as dirty. People can't notice as much. I went with the traditional white, the black, and the blue. That's the type of jiu-jitsu guy I am. I don't want my gi to sweat like old fucking sweat because I could smell it on myself and then I'm sorry I'm fucking there. Not to mention Fujisports.com has rash guards. They have a sale going on.
They have a lot of stuff up there.
They got tremendous stuff. Do me a favor. If you're into martial arts or you need a new jiu-jitsu gi for the holidays, go to Fujisports.com right now and find something on the box. Press church. I'm getting you 10% off and they're going to hook you up. All right? I want to thank Fujisports.com. I want to thank MeUndies.com. And I want to thank Onit.com. But most importantly, I want to thank my Latin flame, Miss Aida Rodriguez. I took a bullet last time and didn't cry. She didn't run away. She called me the next day like a woman and goes, you're not going to believe what happened. And that's what it's all about, you bad motherfuckers. I want you to have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday morning. Tip-top Magoo. No bullshit. Lee Syatt, the Christ killer, Joey Diaz, I love you. And my main girl, Aida Rodriguez Gonzalez, one of those.
Rodriguez.
I love you, motherfuckers. Have a great weekend. Blast them, Lee.